Hi, this is Nathan Bowman, Shade Automation Specialist for Draper Incorporated. Today I'm going to show you how to use the motor limit tool for the Intelliflex I/O system. There are two ways you can connect the motor limit tool into the network. One of those ways is by plugging it directly into an NDC or a network device connector. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your patch cable, plug it into the top of your motor limit tool. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to plug it right into the device port of your NDC. The screen on the motor limit tool is going to light up and it's going to tell you everything that's going on with the network. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to let the entire network load up on the motor limit tool before you proceed. For instance, in this scenario, I know that I have 2 motors connected to the network and that's it. The screen tells me I have 2 AC motors. I know I'm good to go. Next step from here is to press select to start. Once I press select, it takes me to the next screen where it shows me a list of my motors. Over here, it says previous stop, next stop. You're going to use those to cycle through your motors in the list. So by hitting next stop, it takes me to motor 2. If this is the motor I want to set the limits on, I'm going to press select to configure the motor. Once I get to the next screen, it tells me everything that's going on with that motor. Motor 2, no limits are set, no preset stops. So from here, I'm going to set my upper limit. The shade is currently all the way up at the top, but if I needed to adjust it, I just simply use the open or close button, and by pressing the button and releasing it, the shade is going to move in small increments. If I wanted to press and hold the button, the shade is going to run until I release the button. So I'm going to run that back up. Alright, so that's where I want my upper limit to be. So now I'm going to locate my upper limit button and I'm going to press it. Again, you want to pay attention to the screen, and the screen of the motor limit tool is going to tell you everything that you need to know. No upper limit, hold 2 seconds to set. Please release the button. Upper limit set. Great. Motor 2, upper limit set, no lower limit, no preset stops. So now I'm going to set my lower limit. I'm going to press and hold the close button. Let the shade run down. When it gets near the bottom, I'm going to release, and then I'm going to adjust it incrementally by tapping the button. That's where I want my lower limit to be. So now I'm going to locate the lower limit button. And again, I'm going to press and hold it while watching the screen of the motor limit tool. No lower limit, hold 2 seconds to set. Please release the button. Lower limit set. Motor 2, both limits are set. The shade's current position is at 100%. There are no preset stops. From here, if I want to test the limits, make sure I like them, I'm going to go back to my previous stop, next stop buttons to run the shade all the way up without holding the button. Simply press previous stop to run it back up. Shade's going to run all the way up to the top limit that I set. Yep, I'm happy with that. Let's test the bottom one again. Note, position of the shade is currently 0%. I'm going to hit the next stop. It's going to run the shade down to the bottom limit. Verify that I like that. Yep, I'm good with that. So now the shade's limits, upper and lower limits, are done. Now that the limits are set on this shade, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next shade. Press select to change motor. Once I press select, I can use my previous stop, next stop to navigate to the other motor. So now that the screen says motor 1, no limit set, I can simply follow the directions to setting the limits on this motor as well. If you have any further questions, please reach out to Draper Tech Support at 1-800-238-7999.